Hey guys, it's Gaming Centaur here, and welcome back to another art time-lapse video. For this one, I'm going to show off a little fan art that I did for the release of Mario Tennis Aces, and that is, well, basically Genie Rosalina basically playing tennis. So, please watch it, and I hope you enjoy. So what I ended up using is something like a color picker palette for Chrome and Firefox. And honestly, at first I was a little bit iffy with the colors that I was given, so I went and basically tried to change like the colors in there. And yeah, it actually looked horrible, so I ended up sticking 2D colors palette creator ended up giving me, which is a web extension that I highly recommend, especially for anyone who wants a quick and easy not just easy, it's just a quick palette for any kind of drawing. Mainly for characters they want to do fan art of. If you can't tell by now, yeah, I ended up doing the lines and even the eye in Paint.net first. For the stream that I had this on, I just wanted to get directly to it and not mess around with the line art during it. And, there's actually, the best way I can explain it is that I wish I did the eye on stream just to show off how I did it. It was actually pretty easy. And I really like how it came out, though it kinda stands out from the rest of the piece later on, I think. So if you're still wondering why did I draw Rosalina as a genie playing tennis, well, it's mainly because ever since I saw the Super Mario Aces trailer that she was involved in, I saw her like floating about, and I instantly thought to myself, so what if she was a genie that was like floating about the ring and hitting the tennis balls with the racket? And the idea just stuck with me for months and months until I finally got down and did this little fan art piece. And so, yeah, that's basically the entire reason for doing this. So one of the problems I often find when coloring in Photoshop when taking over Paint.net lines is there's like bits of artifacting, as I like to call it, that just sort of sticks there. That's just sort of, I don't know how to describe it other than being extremely annoying and hard to deal with, like trying to remove them. I ended up going off stream and just cleaning up this entire piece because there were so many of them. So the shading throughout has been simple. It's been how I usually shade. But how I want to do it here, I want to sort of try us off the three-dimensionalism with the earrings a bit. Just make them a bit more angular in some areas, just like have a different shading part on top of another shading part, just something to help make it differentiate compared to the regular sort of shading that I've done, and to give it that much more dimension to it. Oh, this annoying bullshit. So what ended up happening when I was working on this is that I do not have that much experience in Photoshop, so I thought that the line tool in it was going to be similar to something like an Illustrator, or maybe even Paint.net, which I don't think so. And I was wrong. I was so wrong. It was a big hassle for me when I was doing it. So what I ended up doing is basically I ended up just using the rectangle tool, duplicating, and just erasing bits to make it look like that it is a part of the racket. It felt so tedious. And this is one of the problems of not knowing a popular tool such as this, is that the stuff that most artists would probably get goes right over my head. And now we come to the background. Something that is another little annoying thing in my opinion, but it's more for the fact of trying to sort of mimic a screenshot from Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, I believe it's called. And it felt like a struggle, and my brain was starting to shut down on me actually. It started because of how late it was when I was doing this. I definitely cheaped out in many areas, even though I do like how I did perspective with sort of the lines on the field. I ended up taking a image from a wiki, I believe, of just a of one of these super mushrooms, this little text, and the stand, I ended up taking a side guy sprite from Retro Sprite Resources on DeviantArt and just basically doing duplication similar to what I did with Spectre and Drake, just duplicating the stands. The struggle for this one actually was more of trying to make Rosalina stand out because of how light the palette that I used was. And because of how light it was, I ended up having to darken certain areas, had to make certain areas brighter. Like, I use a glow effect for the tail later on, which helped out a bunch actually. But it doesn't take away the fact that I had to sort of do that in order to make Rosalina just stand out even more. And that was the main struggle of this whole thing, was just getting to the background so that I can say goodnight everybody. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Actually, it's been a while since I've done our time-lapse video in a while, so I'm just hoping that you guys enjoyed it as well as sort of the little process I went through. GG and see you later.